So, a friend of mine asked me this question, and I don't know exactly how the whole thing came about, but the question was if you are married, you have your, significant others, wife, husband, etc. And you guys living together, you guys have you guys own property, you guys own your house, you guys have children's, student loans, you guys travel together, you guys sleep together, you guys live together. But then he asked me if a married couple should have separate or different bank account, you know, pretty much money separate from the marriage. One each one with different account and the money goes to their different accounts, pretty much. And this is my thing. My fathers and my mom, they pretty much have everything together. And I would say it's a principle from the Bible. When you get married, you and your significant other, wife, husband, become one flesh. So I'm saying that if you guys become one flesh, that means that everything and anything that you guys own do not belong to one person. It belongs to both of you. And I see this pattern going on in between couples. And in fact, to go a little bit backward, I had a friend also that he got married. And when you get married, you get money from different sources. People give you cash as a gift for your weddings or the receptions or whatever it is. But the point is that you do get money from different people. And I believe they pretty much accumulate a sum of, I would say, $9,000, $10,000. But one of the parties pretty much took over the whole package, the whole money, claiming that the money belonged to that specific person because those gifts came from people that know that person. Not to say she or him, pretty much. And then my friend was telling me about it, and pretty much asking opinion, like what they should do with the money. I said, listen, that was my opinion. I said, listen, you guys got married. There's no mine or yours anymore. There's we together. Everything belongs to both of you. There's no me, there's no you, there's no NI, and none of that. The money belongs to both of you because you're supposed to be a couple. And as a couple, going back again to the Bible, it said that you and your wife, husband, or whatever it is, once you guys get married, y'all become one flesh. And in saying that, I don't think it's the right thing to have the money separate from each other or bank account. That's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but that's what I think. If I'm married, of course, if we're gonna have different bank account, it's gonna be to allocate the money where they're going, and to save, and to have for the college of your kids or whatever it is. But both names supposed to be on those accounts. The same thing happened when people do the taxes together. Some people are married, and if they have 2 or 3 children, they want to do the filing separate because they believe that way they could get more money. And there's nothing wrong with that. People do it. It's legal. But I don't think that's the right move. I don't think that's the right things to do. And again, you guys got married, you become one flesh, one body, one soul, one heart. It's one feeling, mutual. And everything's supposed to be between y'all. There's no here and there. There's no, None of that should exist once you get married. Once you get married, it's pretty much saying that that person belongs to you and you belong to that person. And that involves the whole package. Everything and anything that you own belong to that person. Anything and everything that that person own belong to you. Simple. Because you are a couple. You guys marry. You know, wherever you go and you're going to introduce that person as your husband or wife, you're saying that that person, the whole, is yours. And that person, the whole, is mine. That's what it means when you marry. Legally, by the church, or whatever it is. So, I don't think that a married couple should have money separate or property or anything like that. It's that's not the right thing. That's not how I grew up. You know, my mom and my father, they have everything together. They did everything together. And everything and anything that they accomplish belong to both of them. That's the way it should be. There's no me, there's no you, no more. Once you get married, that's it. It's one flesh, it's one body, it's one soul, and that's about it. You know, I hear people that they are pretty much engaged, and you know, all of a sudden they believe that they are real in love, that they are, you know, that they found a soulmate, and they go out there and they do business, they buy property and stuff like that, but they not married. And that's not the same thing. If you are engaged, if you are getting to know somebody, if you are getting to know that person that you believe that's going to be your wife or your husband, and you have whatever you have, of course, you could have it separate because you getting to know that person. You know, you building that relationship. You want to make her grow with the time. You want to make her that feeling to increase. And, you know, to get to the point that you believe, that you understand and you are satisfied and you are pretty much sure that that's the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Simple as that. So if you are married and you have a separate bank account, don't do that. Everything's supposed to belong to both of you. Join everything, because two people are more than one. And whatever it is that you guys have to do, whether it's financially, whether it's business, projects, you know, dreams, whatever it is, it'll be easier to accomplish if everything is together. So thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more. One Under.